change for Menlo College. They've started Eric Fredlin a lot this season. He's made all but one start, now two on the season. It's Heptot and Cornelius to take the opening tip. The Beacons in dark blue, the Oaks in their home whites. The finale of the 2017 Bud Presley Classic is underway. The tip was won by Heptot, but he pushed it right over to Sean Payne. Turnover in the backcourt, punched away by Blackwell, and a whistle blows. I think early on we're going to get a foul of some type, unless the ball was just knocked away out of bounds. In fact, action between the Beacons and the Oaks. 35-33, Menlo College has the lead. The Beacons, though, will have the first possession. It'll be Brock Rice who will inbound it to Kenny Blackwell. And we are underway here in half number 2. Time to see those adjustments. There's Loomis for 3. No good. Heptot rebound. Put in right side. First points of the game for Malik Heptot, who gets that one to go. And we're tied up at 35, just seconds into the second half. All right, that's a good start. Beacons, I said, need to get someone else going. There's Cornelius trying to get around Heptot. That's not going to work, so he goes out to Camaro. Camaro now to John Payne. Payne for Cornelius, tries to get up the baseline. Now to Payne outside, 3 from the wing. No good. Rebound by Rice. You can see Heptot playing a role in the middle of the floor. So 19:09 to go in the second. Tied up at 35. Lobbed into Heptot, who catches that one near the ceiling, it seemed like. Then to Loomis quickly up on the baseline. That's good. And Loomis now has 15 points. And a 37-35 Beacons lead. We had 9 lead changes in the first half. That was our 10th. John Payne trying to post up. And Blackwell swats it away. Loomis has it on the ground. Then Payne rips it away. It's on the floor. John Payne has it right back. He goes to the glass, now has to flip it back out. Cornelius has it from back beyond the arc, drives his way in, left side, that one rolls out, and Heptot has the rebound before it's jarred free, and Cornelius is called for his 3rd foul. Oh my goodness. It was a turnover for the Oaks, a turnover for the Beacons, and now a technical's been given. I think we got a double tech. The officials are coming together. Heptot was heated. Cornelius is walking back dejected. There was an initial foul called on Cornelius, which was his 3rd. Now there's a technical given. The technical foul has been given to Cornelius. So Heptot, I don't know, maybe they thought they had given him a tech or whatever that was, but Loomis is at the free throw line. It is up, it is no good. He has 2. So you get 2 fouls there on Cornelius, and he goes back to the bench. He's now out at 4. Loomis misses them both. And the Beacons will have possession in the backcourt. So we only saw Cornelius play for 3 minutes in the first half. He picked up 2 early fouls, and he's already got 2 in this one, plus a technical. That was no doubt, I think, induced by Heptot. He's kind of that guy. Like, he gets under your skin with that physical play. He is aggressive. And I guess some people might say he's a bully, but he is a force and a valuable weapon for this team. Blackwell to the rack, no good, and a rebound by Ben Graham. Ben Graham wants to go up the floor now. That one's poked away at the feet of Fredlin, ripped away. He's still got it, throws it into Camaro before it was picked up by Devontae Cleveland. There's a foul. It was on Cleveland. All right, well, if you like action, you're probably a fan of how this has started. 17:55 to go here in the second. And a 2-point Menlo deficit. Mopping up the floor. Selena Pagan on that. Sharpshooter for the women's basketball team. Leading scorer this season as well. Perspiration absorption once again on the floor. That's all cleared away. And time for the inbound. Ben Graham. He'll get it into Fredlin. Fredlin turning around. Right-hand hook shot. No good, but a foul. Heptot called for a foul. His 3rd of the game. That puts him in trouble. That's why we didn't see him much in the first either. Both lineups went relatively small. Loomis was the one playing big minutes for the Beacons early. So Eric Fredlin goes to the stripe. 41.7% this year. His first one goes swish. And it's a 1-point game, 37-36. Second one. That rolls in as well. So Fredlin 2 for 2. We got a tie game at 37. Testa trying to pressure Blackwell in the backcourt, but he gets it up, no problem. And Blackwell directs. Slings it into Loomis, almost knocked free by Graham, then tipped out of bounds by John Payne. A lot of abbreviated possessions here to open up the second half. We've only played 2.5 minutes. Tie game at 37. Loomis, long jumper, that's good. Got nothing but net on that one, 39-37. And again, Michael Loomis has been the player to beat in this one. The Oaks have to find a way to stop him with now 17 points in the game. It's into Payne. Now Jeremiah Testa. Testa back to the near side corner for John Payne where he bluffs once. Now he wants to take it through. Hesitates, drives through, circles around the left side. It goes in and out, and Loomis has the rebound. Mishandled momentarily, lobbed under for Heptot. He flips it back out to Rice. It's no good. Loomis, offensive rebound on the floor, picks it back up. There's Blackwell, and the Beacons reset. The lob underneath the basket to Heptot, and then it was swatted back to the corner for Rice, who missed the shot. Heptot no good. Rice comes in, and another offensive rebound for the Beacons. They reset to Cleveland. Cleveland step back. That's a fadeaway for 2. Oh, what a teardrop shot that was. 41-37, 16:25 to go. It's all Beacons right now. They have the momentum, they have the energy, and they have the lead at the timeout. We'll be right back to the 2017 Bud Presley Classic on the Menlo College Sports. We come back from the timeout. 16:25 to go. Some substitutions to get to on each side. For Northwest Christian, they will bring in Deontay Menifee. The Oaks bring in Wall and Neal. We also have Camaro, Testa, and Fredlin on the floor right now. Jared Wall with a 360 spin, steps back. Testa around the arc now to Kalen Camaro. Back to the side it came from for Wall to the baseline, and the rim no good, and a rebound by Cleveland. And off to his left side now for Blackwell. And Blackwell looks to reset. Hands it off to Rice on a switch. Oh, he thought about a 3, now passes left to Loomis. And Loomis to the corner for Blackwell with a quick cut towards the baseline. What a move, no good. A whistle blows and a foul is called. Blow to the head, Jared Wall called for a foul. That is his second foul of the contest. You know, Jared Wall is actually second in the entire NAIA in assist to turnover ratio this year. Came in at about 4 flat. Blackwell on the free throw, it's no good. Now, it was only 8 assists to 2 turnovers, but still worth pointing out. Shot good. We all know Wall, he will shoot, but I think that's been the most notable attribute to his game this season is the way he's cut down on those turnovers, because he had a bunch of them last year. His assist to turnover ratio was less than 1, which obviously isn't where you want to be. Coming up the baseline to Wall in the corner, now Testa around the arc to Neal. They got him some space, they give him a 3, it's no good. Loomis with a rebound. We know he's going to pick up fouls. He had the most on the Menlo team last year. He flops after a shove from Blackwell. It wasn't called, and it was called correctly by the official. There's Rice. Long 2 on the jumper. No good. Rebound tipped up in the air. Loomis has another board here in this half. And Loomis is just all over the Oaks right now. 17 points and 12 rebounds. I mean, he could get a double-double. The conventional double-double, 20-20. Thrown up no good. Camaro has a rebound off the missed shot by Blackwell. The Oaks in need of a shot in the arm right now as Neal goes through. That could do it. That's a nifty move. The ball handling underneath the rim, and Neal has a bucket to make it 42-39. Neal has 8 in the game. Blackwell directing traffic with a signal. He's patting the top of his head. There's Loomis now for Cleveland. And around the arc they go to Brock Rice. He fakes the lob towards the rack and then goes to Menifee. Handoff, that's a three for Rice. It missed everything, and it goes out on the baseline. Oaks will make a substitution. Najai LeBlanc checks in. He'll come in for Kalen Camaro. And Reese Robinson comes in for Brock Rice. And a little bit more size on the floor right there for the Beacons. And the Oaks going with that really young lineup right now. Fredlin, the lone, I'll call him a veteran. This is the 40th game of his Menlo College career. He's a junior out of Prescott, Arizona. Into the corner. Testa, far side of the floor. Doesn't like what he sees with the look, so he plays it back to the top for LeBlanc, and then around to Charles Neal. Neal wants to reset, but the shot clock is down to 8. Neal got around his man Cleveland, steps in for the jumper, no good, and Blackwell has the board. Wall poked the ball free. Testa comes in. Now they both swarm the ball. Nothing there. Cleveland flipped out. Loomis driving through. Now backpedaling to the corner was Cleveland, and they reset. Well, the Beacons, I feel like, had an opportunity there if they wanted to take something for a shot. They chose not to. Now the shot clock down to 10. Lobbed into Loomis. He catches it. 2 Oaks are right there. Reese Robinson with a mid-range 2. Takes a couple of bounces. Tipped up in the air. Charles Neal eventually comes down with the rebound. Neal all the way through. Floater up. That's a good touch shot by Charles Neal. He gives a couple of fist bumps. He's got 10 points. It's 42-41. For Charles Neal, his 7th 10-point game in his first 10 collegiate games. Timeout is called on the floor by Luke Jackson. 42-41. The Beacons, the lead down to 1 with 13:03 to go. We'll be back to the 2017 Bud Presley clock. We resume play with 13 minutes and 3 seconds to go in regulation. Good game so far. The Beacons 42 and the hosting Menlo College Oaks 41. Northwest Christian University has possession. The opening toss in to Tyrus Hosley. And we begin. Najai LeBlanc pressuring hard up front, staying on him despite the quick moves. 2 high ball screens. He gets around him, shoves Payne to the ground. Robinson throws it up. Testa deflected it, and then Walls hit hard as he's on the ground. Foul is on number 2, Kenny Blackwell for the Beacons for that contact with Wall. Fouls will now be even at 3 apiece here in the second half. Much less contact than what we saw early on. The first half where there were a lot of fouls, specifically against Menlo College. Well, I guess they only had 8. It was 8 and 7. As Jared Wall puts it in, the Oaks are out in front. I guess they just don't remember too well. You know, this is the 4th game of the tournament. 1 more tomorrow. You know, it's a long tournament. Although, who are we complaining about? We're not running an NCAA tournament where there's tens of teams there. Reese Robinson with it. And Robinson to the corner. He's got Payne out in front. Tipped away by LeBlanc, but repossessed by Hosley. Shot clock to 5. Loomis fakes, gets around Wall, drives to the rim. Nifty move, it's in! Michael Loomis is having himself a game, ladies and gentlemen. 19 points and 12 rebounds. With 11:52 to go. There's Neal. Neal gets to fake 2 people out, and he puts it in. Charles Neal is going to have one heck of a career. 45-44. His minutes have been increasing with every game. He's at 22.9 this year. His freshman campaign, there's Robinson out to the corner. Alexander fakes a 3, floats it up high. No good. Blocking foul called. 2 Oaks were there. Wall called for a foul, and that's his 3rd foul. So that will send Jordan Alexander to the free throw line. Alexander, a perfect 4 for 4 from that department this season. And he gets ready with the first. It's put up and it's good. Kalen Camaro will check in for Menlo College. He will replace Jared Wall. You know, Luke Jackson, the former NBA player. He was drafted in the first round of the 2004 NBA draft by the Cavs. Second one missed. Neal has the rebound. 10th overall pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers. His career officially spanned 7 years, 2004 to 2011. He was a small forward. He's been coaching since 2013 right here at Northwest Christian as John Payne floats one in for a 47-45 Menlo lead. He only played 46 games during his first 2 seasons, and it depends on who you ask. But a lot of people will say he was a bust because of that. You know, top 10 pick in the NBA draft, and you play 46 games with that team your first 2 years. He saw playing time in the following years with the LA Clippers, the Toronto Raptors, the Miami Heat. Just never was able to fully latch on. Oaks make a substitution. Testa and Payne come off. Eggleton comes on. And who else? No, Payne didn't leave. Payne stayed on. He just walked by the bench. He was a second-team All-American in 2004. Two-time first-team All-Pac-10 in 2003 and 2004. Went to Oregon. Not much of a surprise there. He's from Cresswell. LeBlanc hits the jumper. And it's 49-45 with 10.5 to go. He's been coaching here with the Beacons since 2013 when he replaced Corey Anderson, and he's had a lot of success with this program. It's no wonder why he's still here as Loomis puts it in and he gets an and one. I'm right out of superlatives to describe this effort from Michael Loomis. But during that first season, the 2013-2014 season, he led the Beacons to their first ever appearance in the NAIA Division II National Championship Tournament in his first 4 years, 88-38. 2 Cascade Collegiate Conference Division titles, 3 NAIA Division II tournament appearances in 4 years. 49-48 after Loomis hits the three-point play to give him 22 points in the game. Neal walking it up the floor. Seems like there's some confusion on the floor, a lot of shouting from both sides. LeBlanc with it now. LeBlanc into the near side of the floor for Charles Neal. He's got 2 men guarding him, flips out to LeBlanc, who goes for a 3. That's a bit wide right, and Jordan Alexander has the rebound. 49-48, Menlo out in front, 9:49 to go. Jordan Alexander looking right, cutting left, and going to Brock Rice right up on the sideline. Lobbed into Heptot, rifled in now to Robinson, and he's going in for a charge. He just knocked Kalen Camaro to the ground. Jackson thinks that was a block. You're obviously not going to win this argument, but it will be possession Menlo College with 9:40 to go. Couple of whistles blow. There's a longer whistle, didn't know what they were going to call, but it'll just be a substitution. Eggleton very quickly comes off the floor for Menlo, and Fredlin checks in. I think they needed to make that move because they got Malik Heptot in now, do the Beacons. And you can't have Mike Eggleton out there. Or at least in the place of a guy like Fredlin. LeBlanc with a head fake. He goes to Charles Neal. Neal will now step back. Neal has 10 on the shot clock. Neal wants to drive it in, cuts right, flips out. LeBlanc top of the arc, cuts right, steps inside the arc, goes for a jumper, it rolls in. He gives a fist bump. It's 51-48. Menlo out in front. Brock Rice getting right through Kalen Camaro. Oh, his shot was horribly wide left. And Camaro has the rebound. He just whiffed on that one. LeBlanc to the backboard, no good. Rebound was Fredlin, and then a whistle blew. And it's a foul on Malik Heptot. That's foul number 4. Beacons want to make a substitution. Don't think we'll see free throws here, but I'm not sure. Everyone's huddled up underneath the basket. Actually, there should be. And there will be for Najai LeBlanc. 8:51 to go. Menlo wants to combat it with a sub of their own. The officials taking their time here before getting the ball back into play. Still waiting. Now it's finally given to LeBlanc. It is up and good. So substitutions will be made Devontae Cleveland checks in for Hepton. And Camaro comes out for the Oaks. Jared Wall checks in. They will make one more in a moment, I believe, to replace the shooter in Najai LeBlanc. Well, what do I know? Testa's in, Fredlin's out. And also, what do I know? Hepton didn't exit the floor on that last change. But Cleveland came in. And Cleveland came in for Brock Ryan. There we go. LeBlanc makes it, and it's 53-48, Menlo College out in front. Basketball, as we know, it's a game of ebbs and flows. Right now, the ebbs on the Menlo side. Underneath for Hepton, flipped out to Alexander. They try to move really fast. There's Cleveland drives through, knifed his way between two Oaks and got it in. It was between Payne and Wall to make it 53-50. Jared Wall now to Charles Neal. Several Oaks putting up some big games here tonight. Charles Neal, one of them, and he's got possession of the basketball. To Najai LeBlanc, fakes right, bounces left. Charles Neal, shot clock down to 10. Cuts around another man, flips it over to Jared Wall for three. Too strong, and a rebound by Alexander. Jordan Alexander's been busy. Picks up his third rebound of the contest. Seems like he's had more. Alexander, in this one possession game, gives a shove to the waist of LeBlanc. That was right into an area you don't want to be shoved. The official missed it, though. He's okay. Robinson now to Loomis, top of the arc. The shot clock's down to 7. Loomis with a drive, floats it up, left hand, and that's good. And we should not be surprised from Loomis. He's got 24 points, and it's a one-point game, 53-52. Wow. Loomis came in averaging 14-3 per game. Wall, Neal, inside to Payne, turning around Heptot, getting around, throwing it up. Oh, it was ripped away by Malik Heptot. Alexander, bounce to Robinson, bounce to the right for Cleveland. Oh, he lost a handle on the ball and it goes out of bounds. With 7:08 to go, Fredland will check in for Menlo College. Fredland comes in for Najai LeBlanc. We are back from the timeout. Menlo has the 1-point lead, but the Beacons have possession. Alexander lobs it in, catching it one-handed is Heptot. Robinson around to Loomis, and they reset. Loomis, 24 points, 12 rebounds, but Heptot with the hook shot, no good, and a rebound by Neal. So Charles Neal up the floor for the Oaks as we have under 7 to go in this game. Neal on the baseline, thrown all the way out diagonally to Testa. High arcing three, no good. Rebound. Wall had it ripped away by Robinson. And Reese Robinson is called for a foul from behind. That was a great pass from Charles Neal. He had a man in the corner of the floor. I think it was Wall. As Blackwell checks in for the Beacons, he will replace Alexander. And everybody thought he was going there, so instead, while looking at Wall, he passed it diagonally out to Testa the wing, who went for three, a similar shot to the one he made last night for the winner. He steps back, fades away, no good, gets his own rebound off a couple of ricochets under the basket, out to Wall in the same wing spot, and he doesn't take the shot. So Payne now to Neal. 6:30 to go in regulation, 53-52, Menlo College out in front. There's Charles Neal. Underneath to Payne. Can he get around Hepton? He's been struggling with that, but he finally does. He floats it in just past the hatchet of Malik Hepton. And it's 55-32, but again, it's still just a one-possession game. Kenny Blackwell with it for the Beacons. Blackwell the handoff to Cleveland. Devontae Cleveland gets it to Robinson around a high screen set by Lunas, but Payne read it well, throws it up left hand, no good, rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Michael Loomis. He was going for number 13, didn't get it. Possession Oaks as Jared Wall gives a high five to Najai LeBlanc, who checks in for Charles Neal. Neal off, LeBlanc on. They didn't know who they wanted to inbound the ball. They'll have Fredland inbound it to Najai LeBlanc. And now it becomes big for the Oaks. Can you push it beyond a one-possession game? Because it's been so tight here as of late. Wall, near side three, hit the deck, count it with a bucket. He got shoved to the ground following the three. Reese Robinson was called for it. Wow. 58-52. Third foul on Robinson. 4-point play opportunity for Wall. Short. Robinson rebound. 6-point Menlo lead, 58-52 with 5:35 to go. Loomis to Cleveland. To Kenny Blackwell, top of the arc, underneath to Heptot. Lost it. It was swatted away. Here goes Testa up the floor. Testa stops and moves back to Fredlin. Now to the corner. There's Najai LeBlanc. Cuts right. Ball off his knee. Loomis the takeaway. Here goes Blackwell trying to win a foot race with LeBlanc down. Throws it up off the right side, and that's good. And it's 58-54. Inbounded to Najai LeBlanc. 5 minutes to go in this game. One player on the deck, that's Devontae Cleveland. He's moving a little slow as Testa puts it in. He ran right into Fredlin. He never saw him. Cleveland, I think, is okay now, 16-54. As Kenny Blackwell directing traffic for his teammates. He's got two forwards up high. There's Heptot, another one lost on the floor. John Payne has it. Heptot just can't get a handle on that basketball right now. This is not the time of the game for that to happen. We're down by 6. LeBlanc, jumper, yes. 62-54, 4:20 to go. And I think Luke Jackson wants a timeout. Ball's on the floor, and a Menlo foul. Jackson was going to call a timeout, but the Oaks tried to get possession of the ball back anyways. It's Jared Wall. It's his fourth foul on 15. One substitution made coming out of the timeout. Tyrus Hosley is on for the Beacons. 4:15 to go. In regulation, they're down 8. They need to come back. Cleveland horn sounds. What was that? The shot clock had reset to 30, which was correct. 2 seconds were taken against the Oaks, which would be 1-1. Shot is up for Blackwell, and that's good. So that was the confusion, is that the timeout was called by Luke Jackson, and they thought there would be just an inbounds from that spot because of the foul. So you reset the shot clock, everything was fine, but then, well, no, that was a foul, the 7th foul, which would then put the Beacons in the bonus. So they should have put 2 seconds back on the clock. It went from 4:15 to 4:13 before they realized it, so we're really playing 2 seconds down. It's 62-56 as Jared Wall throws it up, no good, and Reese Robinson has the rebound. Wall needs to be careful, he has 4 fouls. Blackwell to the corner, Loomis for 3. Oh my goodness, Michael Loomis is on fire. 62-59, he's got 27 points. 3:37 to go. 3-point game. Najai LeBlanc. Wall. Testa spinning. Right hand, yes, with a foul. Loomis is 12 of 16. I can't get over that. The foul's on Reese Robinson. That is his 4th foul. So he needs to be careful. And the Oaks will make a substitution. Kalen Camaro will check in for Eric Fredlin. Three-point play. Yep. Back to a 6-point game, 65-59. The Oaks, for the moment, they have some breathing room. But how long will this last? And how often can the Beacons get the ball to Michael Loomis right now? My goodness. Loomis, he'll just go for the jumper. Oh my goodness gracious! 30 for Michael Loomis. And another three-pointer, stone cold in front of Jared Wall. Timeout called, 65-60. The Beacons have scored 62 points in this game. Michael Loomis has 30. It's 65-62, Menlo College with the lead and 3:09 to go off the Northwest Christian University timeout. Luke Jackson is loving what he's seeing right now. Probably from number 40 almost exclusively because he can do no wrong, folks. John Payne, baseline. Has Reese Robinson in front. He's got 4 fouls. Right hand hook, shot on one bounce. That's in. 67-62. The big thing right now for the Beacons, they can keep scoring on their side, but they have to get a stop. Menlo in the game is shooting an even 50%, so they have to find a way to slow them down. Loomis is shooting well over 50%. Flips it out. Hosley goes to Reese Robinson, far side of the floor by the Beacons bench. Top of the arc for Hosley. Right back to Robinson, bounced underneath for Loomis. Left hand, oh, he missed a shot. And a rebound by Testa. Down the floor goes JT, lays it up, no good, whistle blows. That's Reese Robinson, and that's his 5th. I saw a couple of players in the area for a foul. I didn't see 34. Luke Jackson wants an explanation for what it was. That would be Robinson's 5th. And now a technical has been given to Luke Jackson. So Luke Jackson, I don't know what he said, but he said something to the official who didn't like it, and he teed him up. So now the Oaks will have 4 free throws on the way, the first 2 coming from John Payne uncontested. So it's good. So what will happen is Payne will have 1 more, then kind of a mini timeout for a substitution, and then the other 2 free throws as Payne makes them both, and it's 69-62. So now Testa will shoot free throws. Or he'll go up. Now Robinson was walking back towards the free throw line, but he's not going to be in the game. The Beacons have to make a change. They haven't done it yet because Jackson is still talking to the official. And I don't think he's contesting a foul. I think he's contesting who the foul was on. Caniela Iona is frustrated that this is taking so long. But finally, I think we're going to be ready to play some basketball as Jordan Alexander comes in for the Beacons to officially replace Reese Robinson, and his day is done. Robinson finishing with the 5 fouls and 5 points. So Testa has free throws. He can make this a 9-point game if he makes them both. We still haven't started shooting free throws. This is taking way too long. That's really been the way this entire game has played out as Testa puts it in. There's been a lot of deliberation on calls, a lot of just overall slow getting the ball back into play. As Testa banks the second one in. That's big, making 4 consecutive free throws to push her lead to 9, 71-62. Blackwell spinning, throwing it up, no good, but he's fouled. Foul on Kalen Camaro, who has 4, so the Oaks have 2 different players with 4 fouls, and they're both on the floor right now. Wall and Camaro. So, we get to see more free throws with 2:05 to go. Get used to it. 8 Menlo fouls here in this second half. They had 7 in the first. Blackwell with number 1 is no good. It's a difference in the game right now. The Oaks have only missed 2 free throws, 7 for the Beacons. 9-point game. Blackwell makes that one to make it 71-63. Whistle blows. And a timeout called by the Oaks. So we'll wait just a little bit longer for the inbounds. 2:05 to go. 71-63. Menlo College will be back. Time is running out for Northwest Christian. 71-63. Menlo College is out in front. And the Oaks have possession coming here off of this inbound. Payne will get it into Charles Neal, and what do the Beacons do? They don't pressure, so Charles Neal will begin this for the Oaks. Lining one to his right for Najila Block, and they're going to eat up as much time as they possibly can. They are not in a hurry right now, which I guess mathematically makes sense. Don't let the other team have the ball. There's Testa, down to 8 seconds. Spinning around, he lost the ball, swatted it back behind to Cleveland. 2-on-1 with Blackwell. They play hot potato, left side too strong, and Camaro has the rebound. That has to be made. Here's Charles Neal. Neal, pressured by 2 to Najila Block. We have 1:25 on the game clock, and he will reset it. If they eat up the entire shot clock, there'll be about 1:04 left. And the Oaks would still have at least an 8-point lead. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Charles Neal still with it. Takes it to the far side baseline. Oh, what a fake move, and the jumper no good. Loomis has a rebound. That's another for him. Jordan Alexander going up the floor. Double teamed in the corner. Underhand, Menifee plays it now to Cleveland. Blackwell for 3. He drains it. 54 seconds to go. 5-point game. 71-66. Neal's double team. There's Payne who turns around, goes to the block. They're moving it the wrong way. Now Testa gets it across the floor. Double team right on the baseline. Trips. He steps out of bounds. And the Beacons have possession. And Jared Wall comes in. Wall will replace Testa.